Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Green Arrow, issue number 40. Now, if you have been reading issue 39, this deals with the fact that Green Arrow is now in a foreign country and has to deal with a child soldier called Nothing. And the cover you have Green Arrow saying, "Is that all you've got?" And so the issue starts off with Green Arrow bleeding until an unknown voice rescues him. And he wakes up and sees something inside, looks around, and says, something Deathstroke should have taught you. Nothing kidnapping a superhero never goes well. Now show me an extra before nothing. We're the Vagary Resistance, the last 3 kids in... So you have these children in kind of battle-like armor. I actually like her design because she looks like something I would see in Overwatch or Teen Titans. And you're one of us now. And so Green Arrow asks who they're meant to be. And they point out who they are, saying, "Kestrel, get out of my face." Yep, definitely the Batman. "My name is Amira. Only you do that." They call her the Sword and Shield. "I'm starting a trend. You'd thank me when you're famous." "I don't want to be famous. I want to go home with my sister." And he asks who this kid is, and he says that I'm Speedy. And he's like, "Of course you are." I like how he's thinking, "You've got to be kidding me." And he also sees that some of the water is meant to be a Lazarus pit. And explains his healing, and points out that they're just kids, but they point out together that nothing is dangerous and say, "Together we can." "No, I'm already gonna give you my answer. Go back home to your parents before you do something you'll regret." "Nothing, our parents is doing right. See, I told you he'd be a coward about it." Then it's time for Plan B. Heroes of Vagary Resistance. Show him what we're made of. And so Green Arrow points out all their faults and kind of why they're not as ready as they should be. And they point out their reasons why they're fighting against Nothing, saying, "My mother was killed. My sister was taken." "It's true, we don't have training, but we survived most than most." "You're right, we need training, a plan, a partner, and you need to be able to look yourself in the eye when you leave this place." And asks for help, so he's like, "Oh, Dinah, you are gonna kill me." So he shows one of the kids about how to make a perfect shot, and he's like, "And this is our justice." And so we see 2 unknown people. They look at a note fired by Green Arrow. Meanwhile, something happens, and they're like, "We have an enemy contact over here. We have enemy contact right here." And we see that Green Arrows and the children of Vagary are already saying, "Remember everyone, these are our friends." Do they know that? And so Speedy gets up to work, and he's like, "Amila, stay with Speedy. Save this part on me. He will face our justice. No, if you all dead, so stay here." And I like how Speedy says, "Since when do you listen to Americans?" I like how she's thinking, "Yeah, you're probably right. I need to probably stop him." And Speedy sends out a message where we see Amila's sister finding out that her sister is alive. It's like, "Who is this?" And so we see Green Arrow and them getting into a fight. Amila using her kind of shield-like weaponry. And we see Serene, her sister, and also Amila hugging, knowing that they're back together, saying, "Serene, Nothing told me you were dead. Nothing lies. You're safe now, sister." And so Green Arrow does what he can to stop nothing, and manages to stop him and take away his gun. And so Amelia gives an important speech saying he was 80. He lived on the street. He had no family. But we knew him. Some of us might have called him friend. And he chose to be nothing. And she pretty much points out saying that said is a nothing is a sickness. The pain he caused. The cruelty. We can't accept it. We can embrace it. He made his choice. Now must face his consequences. So just as before, then one of the members' father says, "Father, I received a very pointed message that you were about to make a terrible mistake. You relieved our plan. I had to. If you're gonna cross this line, must trust me. You shouldn't cross it." And so, after he pointed out that he took his mother, and he says, "And if you kill him, he will take my son. How much power will we let him have? Maybe together we can find a way." And she talks to that animal, well, as in her way of saying, "Are you going to make this choice?" Animal mainly hugs his father, while the children celebrate. Amelia is now back with her sister, and Green Arrow leaves to go back to Star City. And so, yeah, this was the story. So what I think, it is definitely pretty interesting, because it's a moment where Green Arrow is trying to prevent some children from making costly mistakes. And I do admit the story is quite good. So I give it a good thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.